Welcome. Yes, Cell Guru in a very designer environment. That's because of the phone I hold in my hand, a very design house led phone. Now, the best part about this phone is that it's absolutely stunning. I mean, absolutely zero bezel, fantastic ceramic design. But the best part of it won't be released in India. But you and me are going to do something about that. This is the Mi Mix, the Xiaomi Mi Mix phone, released in China and announced that it may not make it to India. We're going to do something about that because this is an absolutely stunning phone. Then the Zenfone 3 laser comes in to tell us all about optics and how camera phones have really evolved even under the 20,000 rupee price point. That and a whole lot more on this very designer edition of Cell Guru.
The phone with the edgeless display. Xiaomi shows off its engineering prowess with the Mi Mix, a phone made of ceramic with looks to kill. The Zenfone laser hits the market, grabbing all the headlines. A superb camera phone with breathtaking optics. But is it all just optics or more? We tell you. It's the battle to be the best camera phone out there. The new kid in the town, the Pixel, takes on the might of the dual-lens Apple iPhone 7 Plus. And time to take a look at what's making news in the world of smartphone accessories in our Market Watch segment.
So what an absolutely amazing lineup with the phones I hold in my hand and all the other stories that I've already given you a small preview of. But first, all the news from the world of mobiles.
The Cell Guru team is gearing up for some big launches in the upcoming weeks. Here is a quick look at some smartphones that will be making headlines in the Indian market very soon. Lenovo is going to be busy next week with the launch of two new phones, being the Lenovo P2 and the Moto M. While the P2 has already been unveiled, we are still waiting for the first look of the Moto M. Also, BlackBerry is creating a lot of buzz with the announcement of its upcoming event on the 7th of November, and rumors are that they are launching a new phone. This comes as a big surprise for all of us after BlackBerry announced that it was done making smartphones. It's believed they will launch the DTEC 60, a high-end device. Also, Chinese smartphone giant Asus are readying a new phone in their portfolio as well. And last but not the least, Vivo is coming out with its flagship phone, the V5, which is set to sport a whopping 20 megapixel front camera. The V5 is expected to be priced around 20,000 rupees. We will get you all the updates and news of these right here on Cell Guru. Huawei introduces its premium phone Mate 9 to the world. It is priced at 699 euros, which is approximately 51,000 rupees. Also, Huawei made a swanky move by launching the Porsche design Huawei Mate 9 with a whopping price tag of 1,395 euros, which is about 1,03,000 rupees. Both phones' USP is the new artificial intelligence feature, which will learn the daily habits of the users. The plush phones feature almost similar specs except the screen size, resolution and even RAM. The Porsche edition comes with a 5.5-inch AMOLED display, whereas the Mate 9 features a 5.9-inch Full HD display. The Porsche Design Edition bears a second-generation Leica dual-lens camera with a 20-megapixel monochrome sensor and a 12-megapixel RGB sensor and an 8-megapixel front camera.
I'm going to start off with the ironical story because I'm going to praise this phone a lot and then I'm going to tell you it's not even going to come to India. But like I said, we're going to do something about that. But first, let's take a look at the phone. So this is the Xiaomi Mi Mix phone, just announced in China. Stunning phone, like I said, no borders almost. The camera, the front camera is at the bottom because they have no space at the top to really put in a front camera. Then of course all ceramic design. When they handed it to me, I was absolutely blown. This is a very good looking phone. Fingerprint magnet obviously because of the ceramics in the phone, but other than that, from specs to look to the way, the ergonomics, the form factor, the materials used, there's hardly a misstep in the entire phone. Now the only problem, like I said, after I've praised it so much, I have to tell you that it's not going to come to India. Let's take a look at the phone, then we'll do something about that too.
When Xiaomi decide to mix things up a bit, they go the whole 9 yards. Because when you see their new Xiaomi Mi Mix, only one thing strikes your mind. What a marvel of smartphone engineering. The new Xiaomi Mi Mix is a cut above the rest. Not only does the phone's edgeless display make it stand out, but being made out of ceramic makes this an eye-catching gizmo designed by world-renowned designer Philippe Starck. Nothing like anything we have seen till now. What's more astounding is the phone's 91.3% screen-to-body ratio. Currently, there is no phone in the world which can match that. The phone is big, you can spot it from a mile out. But with this kind of a big display phone, Xiaomi are trying to target a specific audience. Ones who prefer media entertainment and gaming on a large display where 5.5 inches just isn't enough. The display is full HD with superlative sharpness and contrast. Viewing angles are also good. Yes, it does get uncomfortable to operate in one hand due to its slippery texture and size, because of which there is a one-hand mode that comes with the phone just in case you are sipping with one hand and swiping with the other. Performance-wise, the Mi Mix is capable enough to take on any top-level flagship out there. It comes bundled with the latest Snapdragon chipset with 4 to 6 GB RAM options. All that we threw at the phone was handled with ease. The graphics are fabulous. Hardware-wise, the phone also sports a fingerprint sensor at the back, which is tough to reach sometimes. The phone comes with 128 GB internal storage, so plenty of space for all your videos and apps. On the rear is a 16 megapixel snapper, which isn't the best camera out there, but will get you through a cloudy day with decent clicks. Clicks outside are decent enough, while low-light pictures tend to be grainy. A refreshing addition is the selfie camera on this phone, which has been positioned at the bottom just below the display. Angling the phone for the perfect selfie frame is a fight, and picture quality is again average. Running the show here is a 4400 mAh battery, which without a doubt will last you the entire day and still probably will have some charge the next morning. The Mi Mix is an excellent phone with all the right hardware, and one that can easily give the bigger players like Apple and Samsung a run for their money. Now, a pill that most Indian customers will have trouble swallowing. The Mi Mix isn't coming to India. The company executive stated that Xiaomi didn't currently have the capabilities to market any more flagship smartphones in the country.
So didn't you really love that phone? This phone has everything thrown in, including the kitchen sink. I mean, think about it, from specs to form factor. This is a pretty radical phone. Now, when you go super radical and throw everything in, the phone becomes pretty expensive. I think by the time they would bring this to India, if they ever do, it'll be about 37,000 rupees or maybe even more. So here's what we're going to do. I've shown you what the phone is all about. Think about that price, and if you think you'd want to buy this phone, let's tell Xiaomi how many people would want to. I'm giving you all the ways to communicate with us and tell us you'd want to buy a Mi Mix phone. We'll send all this to Xiaomi and try and get this phone released in India.
Tell us if you would like to buy the Xiaomi Mi Mix. If yes, why? Write to us on Twitter at @Rajiv Makhni using hashtag MiMixIndia. You can also write to us at facebook.com/CellGuruNDTV. Use hashtag MeMixIndia.
In the meanwhile, if you're still looking for a fantastic phone with a fantastic camera, I present to you the Zenfone 3 Laser. Now, this Laser series has been a very interesting optical phone for Zen, and now they take it to the next level. Let's take a look.
Not all eggs are the same in Asus's Zenfone basket. They are all Zenfones, but not the same. The recent one to be available in the market is the Zenfone 3 Laser. A phone, while focused on being master of optics, also has some high-end specs. But are the optics and features good enough for you to shell out 18,999 rupees? Time to find out. Just like the Zenfone 3, the Laser 2 has metal build, rounded edges and 2.5D glass on top of the display, and the slim design makes it an eye-catcher and comfortable to hold. The metal back comes with a coating that avoids fingerprint marks and smudges on it. The bag also hosts a fingerprint scanner, just like in almost all phones these days. The 5.5-inch Full HD display is sharp and clear. Navigation is smooth, however the keys below the screen aren't backlit, so at times this irritated us. Powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 430 processor and 4GB of RAM, the phone is fast and we faced no issues when it came to performance. A good screen and a fast processor offer a good viewing experience. It packs 32GB of built-in storage and supports up to 128GB more using a micro SD card. Now that's a huge plus. It runs on Android Marshmallow and the software experience with Zen UI on top is pretty neat too, not many layers on top of plain and simple Android. Now coming to the USP, camera. Now Asus claim it locks focus in just 0.03 seconds and we found that it is truly fast. The camera with a 13 megapixel lens, dual LED flash and autofocus gave us some really good results. Even the low light photography is impressive. There are a lot of modes to play with including HDR Pro, manual and beautification mode. The selfie camera too is quick and performs well. A 3000 mAh battery comes bundled with this beast which lasted us the entire day. Cell Guru verdict. Priced at 18,999 rupees, the laser is priced higher than its beam. Many specs of the phone can be found in smartphones priced lesser than it, however the camera is impressive. So if you can spend the amount and are looking for a camera phone, this should be easily in your top 3 options.
Well, on the Cell Guru show, we've done many interesting things, some exclusives, but we'll do one more thing which I exclusively always do with all of you, and that is we'll take a break, but we'll be back very soon.